Hello everyone, the 316 here, back with another Morphin Monday Lightning Collection review. This time I got the Target exclusive Mighty Morphin Ninja Yellow Ranger. Now depending on if you get this at Target or at Hasbro Pulse, it is going to be a little different in price. At Target I believe it's $26.49. I believe in store it can be found for $24.99 at some places. Let's see, I think on Hasbro Pulse it's like 27 or 28.49. So probably get this at Target. I don't think this is going to be very hard to find. The harder one that's going to be to find is going to be red. Everyone wants the Red Ranger, or in this case, the Ninja Red Ranger. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Just like the other Ninja Rangers, it comes with 3 different heads, 2 different like shawls, an effect piece, and 4 hands. So for Aisha here, she gets 2 karate chop hands, 1 for each side, and 2 fisted hands, also 1 for each side. The effect piece can go on the left hand, and I believe it can be used on the right hand, but it's not meant for it. If I could focus, there you go. You can see the thumb is supposed to go in on this side. I mean, you could, force it, like in that way. I mean, that kind of works. It's a little off, but yeah, totally works. Again, if it wants to focus, Alright, head sculpts. Let's go ahead and take a look at the head-banded head sculpt. Now, I don't know if this is my particular figure or all of them, but the hair kind of goes down and to the left of the head sculpt. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be closed up more like this, but very nice head sculpt. I think it looks like the actress. It's got really nice texturing on the hair. Like, this feels really nice. It's layered very well. You can see like the different layers here, the longer hair and the shorter, or the one that's up. Looks good. You have the fully closed up head, which has this, the tie on a ball joint, so you can move it in any which way you want. You can have it going that way, etc. I personally like this head sculpt better, but for posing with the rest of the Ninja team, I'm going to have it with the final head we're looking at here, which is the I don't think to call it the third's head, because the third is the mouth, third's the eyes, third's the top, and I think this one looks alright. It's not my favorite. You can kind of see that it's not perfectly put together. There's a bit of a line going across it, but not too bad. Paint wise, looks good. Again, doesn't want to focus, sorry. But yeah, now I would take this off of the neck, but it was very difficult trying to get this particular head sculpt on. The other two went on just fine. But you can kind of see in there that this is the new neck, so it is basically like a dumbbell, and there's basically a ball joint going to the head, and then that's going to the neck, and then at the base of the neck it goes into the body. And you can get a lot of nice poses out of it. Get that out of the way. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, you can see you can put it to the left and right pretty well. Going back isn't pretty, but going forward, yeah, you can get it pretty forward. But yeah, good amount of posability in the neck. I do somewhat prefer these joints for particular figures, but for other figures where they have a specific pose, I prefer the old joint. The arms are on a faux butterfly joint, so they do go forward and back, but they also go up and down a little bit. I'm certain that that's not a, well, I'm not actually sure about that. To me, it looks like it's a faux butterfly joint, but it might actually be a real one. Okay, no, it's definitely the faux butterfly joint now that I'm playing around with it a bit more. It's got the, not diamond. Well, yeah, diamond pattern on here. That's not a diamond. Oh, well. But you can see on my particular figure, the molding on that side kind of got messed up. On this side, it looks okay. On the other side, not so much. Unlike the men, at least I don't think the men, yeah, so it's supposed to be painted white, but look how tiny that is. How are you going to get white paint on that? I'm just saying, very tiny, not ideal. Now my bear logo here is a bit off-centered, but that really doesn't bug me because it is the yellow Ranger. It doesn't stand out, but you can kind of see that there's a lot of gold over here and basically none on this side. So, I did find this in store. This was the best of the ones I found. Quality control wise, they all looked okay. Posability in the arm is what you'd expect for the newer articulation, also pinless as well. You got the karate chop hand, which goes left and right, as well as the fisted hand, which also goes left and right. You could kind of do a palm strike, but because, a palm strike is more like this, kind of what Billy has, whereas this is more of just a fist like that. Thankfully, unlike the rest of the figures, the elbows and the knees all blend in, so it's kind of hard to tell that they are a different color. On camera, I think it's a bit more noticeable, but even then, it's still kind of hard to notice. Now, this arm is a little loose, but it holds its position, so I'm not too worried about it. This one's okay. This does have the drop-down hinges here. As you can see, it goes up and down. And if you pull on one, the other goes up or down. I'm not really a big fan of how the figure is cut out, though, because like when I have it all lined up, this knee faces this way instead of more forward or outward even. So I like to pose her like that, just so that it looks a bit better. Again, pinless here and double jointed. These ones are still a little rough, but they work fine. It's not that big a deal. And of course, you get the articulation in the feet, which you'd expect. Looks nice. In the back of the figure is nothing to write home about. Honestly, add a bit of red. This reminds me of like a McDonald's ninja. That's not a negative. It's just like add a splash of red, and you got McDonald's. Like ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the size comparisons now. Let's get these accessories out of the way. So she stands at just shy of 6 inches, closer to 6 3/4. All right, let's go ahead and put her next to some other Yellow Rangers first. We have Mighty Morphin Yellow, of course, and they stand at about the same height. You can definitely see there's a difference in yellow color. This one's a bit brighter. This one's a bit darker, maybe just like a hint of orange in it. And let's move her aside so we can get our previously reviewed Yellow Ranger in here, Mikey. And he actually stands just a little bit taller than her. Definitely different yellows, though. This is just slightly darker yellow compared to this one. Alright, so that's the Yellow Rangers comparison. Now let's go ahead and do some other ninja figures to compare her to. Here's Blue. Where'd his effect piece go? Oh, there it is. Let's yeah, this effect piece, because it's for a fist, never really fit in here, so let's stick that back on, pretend like that didn't happen. Next up, we got probably my favorite ninja, Ninja Black. It's the only one I pre-ordered. The rest I found in store. And Ninja White. Now I don't have Kimberly. I might get Kat if she goes on sale, and I'm definitely gonna need Rocky because I'm doing a movie display with the ninjas. Because I do think they all look nice together, and they're good molds, minus the first wave having some issues with its quality control. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Here's the front of the box for you. Pretty standard fare for right now until they go to the plastic-free packaging. Might need more fin on that side. There's your legalese. No one cares about the legalese, and you saw the back of the box already. One interesting thing to note is that this is in a purple color, or like a more purplish color. Like there's just a hint of purple. This kind of has a hint of pink to it. Just very interesting. Anyway, what do I think of Ninja Yellow? If you're getting any of the Ninja Rangers, I'd still recommend Black the most, but given they're not on shelves anymore because of how cheaply they sold them for. Yeah, Yellow's fine. I would probably pick up Yellow. I think it's the most striking. Yellow's a very bright color, so it shows up very easily, and it really catches your eye. So, yeah, I do like Yellow. I think the head sculpts look great, especially this one right here. But as a whole team display, you're definitely going to need Yellow to finish your ninjas. So I don't think you should buy this right away, though, unless you really want it. So wait for a sale. Trust me, it's going to go on sale. They had plenty when I went, plenty. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure. Are you collecting all the ninjas? Maybe you're only collecting Yellow Rangers. I don't know. There's some people out there that collect just one color, which is fine, but let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks again for watching, guys. Peace.